Riba is one of the most often misunderstood terms in Islamic finance, but it's essential to the proper practice of Islam in our financial lives. Riba is prohibited by the Quran, Sunnah, and consensus of the scholarly community. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn the what, where, and how of riba. What do we really mean when we use the Arabic term riba? The literal translation of the word is increase, addition, or growth, although it is often translated as usury. English speakers typically understand usury as charging an exploitative rate of interest. But riba refers to any excess value in transactions that Islamic sacred law has prohibited. Riba comes in two main forms: riba nasi'a, which relates to any increase in the amount of a commodity due to the passage of time, and riba al-fadl, which refers to an increase in goods. Riba nasi'a is one of the most common types of riba recognized by almost all Muslim scholars. It is known as Quranic interest because it is the type of interest condemned specifically in the Quran, and it is considered the most harmful and unethical of all forms of riba. This is the category into which conventional home loans, student loans, and bank accounts fall. With riba nasi'a, there is a financial transaction in which a debt increases simply due to the passage of time. Riba nasi'a is also the type of interest found in most fixed income bond investments. Most bonds, therefore, are generally not acceptable investments for Muslims. There are, however, new halal alternatives in the market called sukuk. Sukuk are riba-free securities that offer a risk-return profile similar to bonds. They differ from bonds by offering the sukuk holder an equity stake in the underlying asset, not debt. Islamic guidance pertaining to riba is as important today as it has ever been. Not only did our classical jurists warn against doing business before learning the rules of riba, qualified credentialed scholars like the members of the Accounting and Auditing Organization for Islamic Financial Institutions, or AOFI, say the same thing today. Of course, even though the rules are timeless, there are certain modern circumstances that must be taken into consideration as one applies the rules regarding riba to daily transactions. Groups like AOFI help halal investors to do that. Look to those experts if you're unsure of the rules. And it's more difficult than ever these days to know how to steer clear of riba in our transactions. Some banks overseas now disguise riba by using different terms like fa'ida in order to persuade customers to bank there. But calling it by another name does not change the fact that riba is present in the transaction. Once you know the rules, use them to help guide you on your financial journey. If you're in debt, remove the potential harm that stems from dealing in riba by repaying it immediately, and then resolve to never return to it again. If you are a creditor, refrain from charging interest altogether. Keep your trade halal and avoid riba in all of your transactions. It's the right thing to do.